How to do this? Count if beginning cell to beginning cell, comma beginning cell and freeze first. ఇలా చేయలేదా?
ఇలా చేయలేదు నేను.
మరి
కౌంట్ ఇచ్చి డబుల్ క్వశ్చన్ హైదరాబాద్ వచ్చే ఓన్లీ హైదరాబాద్ లొకేషన్ మాత్రమే.
if city is equals to HYD, then display this output. Otherwise, display blank. Before this, if you want to show any city name, select and join with ampersand. Clear? In this activity, I want sum of start day to end day sales equals to sum if s, sum range is sales, comma criteria range 1 day. Criteria 1 is greater than or equals to this cell. 8th to 13th means value should be greater than or equals to 8 and less than or equals to 30. Criteria range to again same. Criteria 2 is less than or equals to. We cannot give cell address in double quotes, so I am giving it separately and joining with ampersand. 372. Automatically it's updating. Clear? Next, note down subtotal. It performs calculations on visible cell values only. Okay. So subtotal performs calculation only on visible cells. Suppose let me apply filters, selecting header, data tab, filter. Shortcut key is Control Shift L or you can use Alt 80. Let me take only few TVs. Now after applying filters, if we perform any calculation, I want sum. It is giving 856, but actual sales are not 856, 490. Then why it is giving 856? It is calculating TV, laptop sales also. Not only sum, you go with any function. Let me go with count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excuse me. So 14 it is giving. Actually, it should give 8. So here again it is giving 14 because it is calculating hidden cell values. So when you want to perform calculation only on visible cells, then we go with subtotal. Subtotal, function number, I want sum. Sum number is 9. When we select this, it will take that number. Ref1, Ref2, you can give the range. 490. If you want count, subtotal count number is 2. Clear? And if I remove filters, all are visible cells. So it is giving total sum and total count. Note down sum product. Note down the syntax also. Returns sum of product. It returns sum of product of the corresponding ranges. It returns sum of product of the corresponding ranges. Here I have some quantities and prices. I want total revenue. How do we calculate total revenue? First we multiply quantity with price and then we add all those values, right? So instead of multiplying and adding separately, we go with sum product. So if we give multiple arrays, it will multiply corresponding values and it will add all the values. 766. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Similar to sum if s, we have average if s. Note down average if. Same sum if s syntax only, but instead of sum range, it will ask for average range. Note down the syntax also. Average if, note down, within a given range, it performs average based on single criteria given. Within a given range, it performs average based on single criteria given. Next, note down average if s. Within a given range, it performs average based on single criteria given. So based on multiple criteria given. It performs average based on multiple criteria given. It accepts 255 criteria. So, same syntax, but it gives average. Suppose I want average of TV sales. Criteria range will be product, criteria is TV, and average range will be sale. Average if is. First it will ask for average range. I want TV sales in Hyderabad. Average range, comma criteria range 1 and criteria is HYD. Criteria range 2, criteria 2 is TV. Clear? Here I have some student names and subject marks. I want to find out their average. How do we calculate average? Sum of all subject marks divided by total number of subjects. So here what it will do, if I go with average, it takes, we should do divided by 3. But here we have only two numbers, 45 plus 95 divided by 2 it will do. This is not the correct way. 45 plus 95 is 140, divided by 2 is 7. Here it is taking divided by 1. But even if a student was absent in any subject, we should consider that subject, right? So we go with average A. It will take divided by 3. So when you want to perform calculations only on numbers, go with average. If you have text and if you want to consider text also, go with average A. Note down average, note down sum by count also. Within a given range, it performs average on numerical values only. Within a given range, it performs average on numerical values only. Next, note down average A. Within a given range, it performs average on every cell except blank cells. All these are small functions. Note down maths, note down the syntax. It returns sum of product. Of the corresponding ranges. Wait. Max, no. It returns highest value in a given range. Next, note down min. It returns lowest value in a given range. Equals to max of this range. What is the highest value in this range? Highest value 1157. Min gives the lowest value. Min of this range. What is the lowest value in this range? 225. So max is giving the highest and min is giving the lowest values. What if I want second largest or third largest value? Then we go with large. Note down large. It returns specified largest value. In a given range. Next, note down small. Note down. It returns specified smallest value in a given range. So now see, I want third largest value. Large of array, comma in the place of k, we give which largest value we want. I want third largest value. So in the place of k, I give 3. So first largest is 1157, second 1117, and third 1104. Next, small of array, comma, I want second smallest, 2. First smallest is 225, second smallest is 283. Next, note down rank. Returns the rank of a given number. How do we give rankings? For highest value, we give first rank, for second largest, second rank, so on, right? Equals to rank of 1104 in this range. And order is optional. What will be the rank of 1104? It is which largest value? 1104 is which largest value? Third largest, no? So rank will be 3. Are you getting? For highest value, it gives first rank. For second largest, second rank. Third largest, third rank. Here, this is third largest, right? We give comma 3. So it is giving third. Suppose if you want to give rankings in ascending orders, for smallest value, if you want to give first rank, we go with rank of 1104 in this range. Comma, by default, it is taking in descending. I want it in ascending, represented with 1. 9. So largest to smallest, it is in third place. Smallest to largest, it is in ninth place. Next, note down row. It returns row number from a given reference. Next, note down column. It returns column number from a given reference. Equals to row of this cell. What is the row number in this BN9? 9, right? BN is column and row is 9. You guys are not responding, online participants. So it just gives row number. Suppose if you want sequence of numbers 1 to 10, I give row of A1. Column can be anything, A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, anything. Row number, I'm giving 1 because I want sequence from 1. We got it, see. Row of A1, row number is 1. Row of A2, row number is 2. It is giving sequence of numbers. Same way, column gives column number equals to column of E56. What is the column in this cell address? Column number. Column. In the selected cell address. In the formula, we give cell address. No, in this cell address, what is the column? Formula select E column. So it gives column number A, B, C, D, E, fifth column. So whenever you want sequence horizontally, go with column function. If you want sequence vertically, go with row function. See here, I have some sales. I want the sales in ascending, means smallest to largest. Small of array, From now onwards, whenever you select group of cells, freeze it. Function key F4. Because if you're not freezing, when you drag your formula down, table array also will go down. Comma 1. It is giving first smallest. But everywhere it is giving first smallest because k value is 1 everywhere. But this 1 should change to 2, 3, 4, 5. When I drag it down, I want first smallest, second smallest. So I give row of A1. Okay? I want it in descending order. Large of array. I'll not freeze now. We'll see what happens if we are not freezing. When we drag it down, we are getting an error because when we drag it down, even table will go down. But I want all numbers from the same table. So common table we should freeze. I'll explain. Our next concept is freezing concept. There I'll explain you. Now when I freeze, see, even if I drag my formula down, this table array is not going down. Clear?
Yes.
Next, note down mod. It returns remainder as output. It returns remainder as output when we divide a number with a divisor. When we divide a number with a divisor. So normally if I write 8 divided by 2, what will be the output? 4. But mod function gives remainder. What will be the remainder? 2 4s are 8. 8 minus 8 will be 0. How do we do division? 2, 8, 4. So this is divisor, this is dividend, this is quotient, and this is remainder. Generally, we take quotient as output, but mod function gives remainder. Completely divisible means mod of 8 divided by 2. So remainder will be 0. 2 4 is 8, 8 minus 8 is 0. This is completely divisible. Partially divisible means output will not be 0. Mod of 7 divided by 3. What will be the remainder? 3 2s are 6. 7 minus 6 will be 1. See, 3 2s are 6, 7 minus 6 will be 1. Not at all divisible means can we divide small number with large number? Without decimal, we can't. That time it gives same number as output. This is just a mathematical calculation. Instead of quotient, it gives remainder. Clear? Yes or no? So today you practice till here. Thank you.